there's going to be a bias from both of us on this. One, because it's my favorite team, and another because you gotta bet with me on this. But are the Vikings for real? And is that defense back to being what it was?
Um, yes, but I think Atlanta was overhyped, to be honest with you. I think that offense is overhyped.
Offense.
Yeah, I think that offense is overhyped. I don't think I've never been a Matt Ryan guy.
Okay.
I just, he's not a very consistent quarterback. He'll have a great year, a bad year, great year, bad year. And Devonta Freeman, I don't think that he is the running back. He wasn't. I mean, yeah, granted, he played a great run defense, but I was just not sold on Atlanta. I just don't think, and Atlanta's defense is also way overhyped. I was hearing all off season how good their defense is going to be this year with Beasley and them guys. You know what? I'm not a believer. I mean, when you only have to throw the ball 10 times to beat a team, come on. You got a running back. You know what the play is going to be. You know that 33 is going to be bringing that rock right up the middle, and you can't stop it. The only way they could have made it any easier for that defense to stop Dalvin Cook was say, hey, it's going to be this hole right here. And I guarantee you they still wouldn't have been able to stop him.
Well, Atlanta, the thing is that, and the people bash the fact that I've heard some negative stuff about the fact that Cousins only threw the ball 10 times. Do they not believe in Cousins like that? That's not it. They jumped up so big, so quickly, they didn't need to throw the ball anymore. And it hurt my fantasy teams, believe me, because I got either Diggs or Thielen in like every fantasy league I have.
I know.
But it's just the truth. They went up so big, so quick. They were like, well, we just gonna run this. We're just gonna pound the rock the whole day and just take the time off the clock. The defense looked great. The offensive line looked a lot more improved because that last year that was like the worst offensive line I've ever seen in my life, and they are the sole reason why the Vikings did not make the playoffs last year. And to see them block like they did against Atlanta, overrated defense or not, when your worst running back is averaging 5.7 yards a carry for the game, that is good. And it makes me super excited as a fan, and I can't wait till we're 16-0 and win the Super Bowl. So
okay. Well, I can see the excitement and the elation in your face and your eyes, but they're still not winning 12 games. Sorry.
They're winning 16, bro. That's it. The greatest team to ever step foot on a football field.
They're not winning more than 11 games. I'll rephrase it.
All right, Neil. You keep telling yourself.
I put my money where my mouth was. So.
You did, but I was kind of thinking after the game, hey, maybe Neil's kind of changed his tune.
Oh, they're a good team, and I knew they were going to be a good team, but they're not. You got to be absolutely elite to win 12 or more games in the NFL. In my book, you got to be a very, very, very good team.
Schrager says the Vikings are the sleeping giants of the NFC.
Who?
Schrager. Come on, man. Everybody knows who he is. No, don't give me the whole who. All right, so moving on to week 2. In your opinion, what is the most intriguing matchup of week 2?
Well, it's going to be Minnesota Green Bay. It's in at Lambeau. Green Bay's secondary actually showed up pretty well last week. I thought for the kid they got out of Louisville, Jair Alexander, played a fantastic game. The kid is come leaps and bounds from his rookie year last year. The only thing that I question with Green Bay is They need to figure out how to get Aaron Jones in space. That's where Aaron Jones is dangerous. You get that kid in space, and he's electric. And I don't know. I didn't like the usage of Aaron Jones last week, but Scantling looked good. You know, Devontae Adams disappeared. But a lot of that was the Bears defense too.
Yep.
So we shall see. I mean, the Vikings defense is right there with them, in my opinion, with the Bears defense. So we shall see. But that to me is the most intriguing game this week.
Hey, I got 2 games to watch for the viewers here, and neither one of them is Minnesota Green Bay. I was trying not to use my team in this scenario. First one is Philly at Atlanta Sunday night. You think Atlanta's overrated? Well, here's the chance for them to prove you wrong. They have a home game against a team that a lot of people think is the favorites in the NFC, the Eagles. Heard nothing but good. I hear nothing but Eagles because you know who. But from other sources, I hear lots of good things about the Eagles. So this is a chance for the Eagles came out flat against Washington, very flat. And I didn't like how they performed at the beginning of the game. And I think if they continue to perform that way, they're going to be in a lot of trouble against better teams. They got to get out to a fast start in this game. They got to – obviously, Atlanta can't handle being down. They proved that last week. They crumble. They don't know what to do. You got to come out and punch them in the mouth right away. I think that has the ability to be game of the week this week. If Atlanta's offense shows up and is what people say it's supposed to be, you got 2 dynamic receivers out there for the Falcons. You got a good tight end, quarterback that has proven he can play. Matt Ryan can play. I'm not saying he's elite, but he's proven he can play. He's just very inconsistent, and they need a more consistent Matt Ryan. And so we're gonna see what they're made of Sunday. I think that'll be a real good game. But Saints Rams, the NFC Championship rematch this weekend in LA. America's Game of the Week on Fox. That is going to be a shootout. And I am excited for that. I feel like the Saints got hosed. They should have been in the Super Bowl last year. The Patriots would have never won their 6th ring. And this is the Saints to get a little bit of revenge, to prove to the world that they deserve to be in that Super Bowl. The Saints are probably really looking forward to this game. So that, to me, is the game that I'm looking forward to watching the most besides my Vikings. So.
That actually, I had that, but I thought that was more of a pat answer. So I kind of dug around look for a different game.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, obviously that's the game of the week, I believe. Yep. I believe that's the late game on Sunday. Yeah.
No, not late. Yeah, afternoon game.
Oh, is it? I figured that would be the late game.
Sunday night game is Philly Atlanta.
Oh. Well, they have the wrong teams playing at the wrong time slots.
Yeah, I would have figured they would have nationally broadcast the rematch of the NFC title game with all the drama and stuff that happened.
Right.
That's like perfect marketing. Like, hey, we're gonna throw you guys on Sunday night on primetime television, but no.
Yep.
Let's put the underachieving Falcons against the Eagles, who this could potentially be a one-sided contest with the Eagles, or you could put a game that you know is going to be competitive and you know is going to be good. It's got lots of drama surrounding it. Who makes the schedule? Like, I gotta agree with you. Brent's booing me, but I don't know why he's booing me. I just said the Eagles probably blow out the Falcons, but they all belong on Sunday night this week.
Not in my book, but hey, I didn't make the schedule, so.
Okay, we got about 15 minutes till kickoff, so I'm going to try to wrap this up as quickly as we can, and I'm kind of like, Neil and I are going to post our picks with this video after it's submitted, but I kind of want to run down who we're picking for week 2 on the video, and then we'll leave our hard copy on the sheet. So I'll kind of go through the schedule, and we can do like a little, if we want to, like a little reason why we're picking who we're picking for each game. Tonight's game, Tampa, Carolina. Who you got?
I got Carolina.
Yeah.
You want me to do a quick breakdown on it?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna, Tampa Bay looked like garbage. Jameis Winston, I don't believe is an NFL quarterback. Carolina's gonna make a statement tonight.
Yep. I got Carolina too, and the quickest way to sum it up is Jameis Winston. So
Yep.
I don't have to do much more than that. San Francisco at Cincinnati Sunday.
Oh, I'm gonna pick an upset on this one. I'm taking Cincy.
Woo.
Because San Francisco, if Jameis wasn't as bad as he was last week, San Francisco would not have won that game.
I agree with you on that. I got San Francisco winning this game though, and I think it's because of the defense. I think Jimmy G is a bust. Put that out there to everybody. He was a Patriots system QB like Tom Brady. He's nothing to be special. But I got San Fran in this game. Chargers Detroit.
Chargers. That defense is out of this world. I think. I think they got a little embarrassed last week, and Melvin Ingram and Bosa are gonna. Matt Stafford's in for a rough game.
I got Detroit. Stafford 450 yards, 5 TDs.
Oh, what are you smoking, son?
Minnesota Green Bay. Moving on.
Green Bay.
Neil.
They're at home, man. It's Lambeau.
Green Bay hasn't beaten Minnesota in 3 years. It's not going to start today. Minnesota's defense is too much for them. Minnesota. Indy, Tennessee.
Tennessee walking away.
Yeah, I think that game's going to be a blowout. Tennessee, no
Yep.
contest. They get at halftime. New England, Miami. In Miami, doesn't matter how bad Miami is, Miami beats them.
I don't care. New England's going to have their second stringers in the second half.
As much as I want to get America on my back, I took New England. I want it so bad. Miami, if you could have just made the game last week a little closer, I could have took you, but I can't take them. It was pathetic. Buffalo at New York Giants.
Buffalo. Giants defense is trash. Eli is way past his prime. Sterling Shepard is out. Golden Tate's still out. Buffalo's going to run away with this.
Buffalo in overtime. I think Saquon runs all over Buffalo, and that's keeps the Giants in the game. Very low scoring. Buffalo 17-14 OT. Okay. Seattle at Pittsburgh. I know you.
Seattle.
Right? Right. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, Seattle. Seattle because I don't think Pittsburgh can stop him. Pittsburgh's got some issues at defense. They got a very good young linebacker, but he is a very young linebacker. TJ Watt's there too, but they got some issues on offense. James Conner was sick last week, and Juju's got a little bit of a foot problem going on. Last report I saw, they're both playing, but how effective are they going to be?
Right. I took Seattle also. Not as confident as you. If it was in Seattle, I'd be 100% backing them. But Seattle on the road is not the same team as Seattle at home. And I think Pittsburgh, everybody thinks Pittsburgh's trash now. I think they got something to prove. The game will be closer than a lot of people think. Seattle wins on a game-winning drive by Russell Wilson. Dallas at Washington.
Dallas is going to put 40 on Washington.
Wow. Yeah, I got Dallas. I didn't really think about the score too much. I just kind of figured Dallas they're just a way better team than Washington. So, yeah, that's what I got. Arizona at Baltimore.
Baltimore defense. They got the answer to Kyler Murray at quarterback. They got better weapons. They got a better line. Arizona is going to get crushed.
Yeah, I got Baltimore too. They're at home. They got a way better coach. They got a way better defense. They got a way better offense. They got a way better cheerleading squad. They got a way better stadium. Everything. Just Baltimore. Everything. Jacksonville at Houston.
Houston, rookie quarterback on Jacksonville's side of the ball, no matter which way they go.
Yep.
Gardner Minshew or Joe Dobbs. Joe Dobbs ain't no way, or Josh Dobbs. I'm sorry. There ain't no way he's learned the playbook yet. So
No.
And I think Jacksonville's defense they got. Granted, it was Kansas City, but it was Kansas City without Tyreek. They got exposed.
Yeah, I got Houston. Also, I don't care who starts at quarterback for Jacksonville. It's got to be Minshew though. I think he earned the right to start. The dude played a really great game last week. So if they bench him, that their Jacksonville's organization is trash. Houston, they're just loaded. Okay, like they should have beat the Saints Monday night, but they did. They got Drew Brees happened to them, and that's it. I think Houston's going to be a powerhouse, and Jacksonville's not going to be one to slow them down. So I got Jacksonville. Kansas City at Oakland.
Kansas City, and it's not even going to be close.
Yeah, I disagree. Kansas City wins slim. Slim, very slim. John Gruden's got something in the water over there in Oakland. They're going to be very competitive this year. They were very competitive with Kansas City last year, and they sucked. So I don't see how they can, especially at home. If it was in Kansas City, I might agree with you more about the blowout. But in Oakland, it's going to be very close. Kansas City's going to win that game. Probably maybe 8 or 9 points, maybe. Chicago at Denver.
I had a hard time with this one, believe it or not, because Denver's coach, I can't remember, his name is escaping me, Fangio, he knows Chicago inside out. He knows that offense. And Denver doesn't really have much of an offense, and their defense didn't show up. So it's going to be the battle of the minds, really. I got Chicago winning, but it's going to be a good game.
I got Chicago, too, a very low-scoring game. I think Trubisky shits the bed again. But fortunately for Trubisky, he's playing against Joe Flacco. So don't expect much out of the offenses in this game. I got Chicago in that game. New Orleans at L.A.
I got the Rams. And this one's going to be a barn burner. There is going to be a lot of points put up in this game. And the Rams are going to win in the fashion that the Saints won last week. It's going to be a long field goal by Greg the Leg.
You took the Rams?
Yep.
You're hurting our hearts here, Neil. The Saints have to win this game. After what happened to them in the NFC Championship game, they have to win this game.
I understand, but when you sit there and analyze things, it's at home. That's the deciding factor.
I got the Saints. The Rams are at home. I expect it to be a shootout, too. Jared Goff looked like poop. Drew Brees looked really good. That's the difference in this game. I got Saints in what should be the Sunday night game, but is the late afternoon game. Then Sunday night, Philly at Atlanta.
I've got, Philly.
Oh. Brent almost
That was for Joy Hansen. Philly, you know what? But they better not come out like they did last week. And I don't care how much rust they had on them. You come out, the other team don't care how much rust you got on you.
Yep.
You come out and you get down 17 on Atlanta, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yep. Atlanta's not Washington. And I know there are people who do think they're overrated, but regardless, they're definitely better than Washington. You're not going to go down 7.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're New England. You're not going to go down big like that to Atlanta. And you're going to come back. No, it won't happen. Okay, so I got Philly in this game, but I think Philly's going to come out, and they're going to put points on the board right away. So Wentz is the real deal. If he stays healthy, Philly's got themselves a great QB for the future for a long time. Cleveland and the Jets, which has been a great game, but
I got Cleveland. Jets going to be running with Simeon, and I believe C.J. Mosley is not playing this week. So, and on top of that, Baker and that whole Cleveland team is going to have a massive chip on their shoulder. They're not happy about what happened and how badly they got embarrassed. So, yeah, they're going to come out firing on all cylinders, and this is going to be the blowout of the week.
Yeah, I agree. I had this game before the Sam Darnold news and before the Bell news. I had this game as a very close game. I think the Jets have a lot of young pieces, and they're going to be what I thought was going to be very competitive this year. And they still might be later in the season after the season's already over, but now it's just going to be a complete total blowout. This game, if the Browns don't win this game by at least 24 points, like that's that's sad. They got their defense collapsed after Mosley left last week. No Darnold, beat up Bell. There's no way. Trevor Siemian's awful. I don't even know how he's still in the league, to be honest with you. But bad. So yeah, Cleveland wins by a landslide, and so that's what I got for the picks. So thanks for joining me again, Neil. We're gonna be doing this every Thursday, same time, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern. Every Thursday before the games, we'll break down the week before and do a little preview of the week coming up, and any questions you guys have. Neil and I will be posting a physical copy of our picks, so you can't say that we lied in the video shortly. So we'll have it here. Thanks, Neil, for coming on. And
thanks for having me, and go Browns.
Yeah, go Vikings. See you later.